Hello loves, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to make a very quick video that it's from a question that I got on the comments section, and I wanted to make a separate videos about this because I think it's an important one to just answer. But before we get started on that question, I would like to remind everybody that on Friday we're having our self-love workshop and it is almost sold out. There's like 4 tickets left, so if whoever wants to come through for that, make sure you get your tickets. The link will be in the description. It's always available for replay as well if you happen to miss out, because they're not available to the public after the fact. So if you can't make it on that time and you would like to watch it at a later time, you could still get the tickets and use the same link to access the workshop, because it will work either way. That's one of the reasons why I like to use YouTube for my lives and stuff instead of Zoom, because that way you guys can still access the content even after the fact. So it just makes more sense to me, and I also added 2 new dates to the Akashic Records 5-hour intensive that's happening, one in January, the other in March. This is basically the intensive where I teach you guys how to read the Akashic Records, how to heal a past life, working with your ancestors in the Akashic Records, understanding your past lives, looking at your soul contract, other things that you can do in the Akashic Records as well, and using the library productively, which is very important. And that class is happening in next year, and I just added 2 new dates. And Patreon members get $100 off the sessions. So if you guys are, whoever is a Patreon member and you would like to take advantage of the $100 off offer, the coupon for that will be in the Patreon, the main page, and I'll be reposting it periodically, but you can always use that coupon to get $100 off the class itself, which I highly recommend because that makes it more of a steal. And you guys know I love to hook you guys up all the time. And yeah, let's get started on the question. So the question that I got, and that I've happened to have gotten quite a bit of times on TikTok as well, because I've made a couple of Santa Muerte videos, is that some people say that Santa Muerte, that you can't work with other spirits, other deities, other spirits, if you're working with Santa Muerte. And is that true? The answer is no. If somebody, so when somebody becomes a Santa Muerte devotee, when you're a devotee, you are devoted. You are choosing to be devoted, and you are committing to be devoted to whatever spirit or being you are working with. When you are a Santa Muerte devotee, you have to kind of understand a couple of different things. First of all, Santa Muerte is not a one-note spirit, and I'm not trying to piss off any spirits that are listening to me while I'm saying this, but I think they understand what I mean when I say that not all spirits rule everything. Okay, there are some spirits, some beings, some deities, that are specifically, they rule one thing or a couple of things that are very similar to the thing. Okay, so there could be a deity or god or goddess or a spirit that rules love and attraction and lust and sensuality and kind of that kind of thing. That doesn't mean that they rule healing. That doesn't mean that they rule protection or domination or cleansing or other things where you might need to work with another spirit or use something else for or whatnot. So when it comes to Santa Muerte is not like other spirits at all, because Santa Muerte is the embodiment of death. So when it comes to being the embodiment of death, you have to understand that death itself is a universal concept, but it is in every single type of thing that other spirits rule. So what I mean by that is if you're protecting yourself, there is a death to you being unprotected. Right? If you're cleansing yourself, there's a death to you being not cleansed. If you are attracting someone or trying to be in a relationship, then there's a death of you being single. It's not always literal you dying or somebody else dying. It is very much the moments in which death takes place in both big and small ways. Now with Santa Muerte, the reason why I say that she's not one note or one dimensional or 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional is because if you look at all of Santa Muerte's embodiments and all of her different colors and different versions of her. She kind of covers everything. That's one thing that you should know. She kind of covers a lot of things, right? She covers spirituality, covers spiritual growth, she covers love, she covers money, she covers the court, she covers justice, she covers protection, she covers cleansing, she covers the family, she literally covers everything, every aspect of life. And that's because death itself is a universal concept that is constantly happening in our lives, right? However, because she is multidimensional, I wouldn't just go out of my way to say that she doesn't allow you to work with other spirits. And the reason why I say this is because there are some spirits that are, 1, passed down to us, 2, we are born with from a past life, okay? 3, we attain as we walk through life. We can gain new spirits, new spirit guides. 4 4 are necessary for our growth at that time, because even though Santa Muerte is very universal and you can work with her for literally, Santa Muerte could just literally be the only spirit, the only one you work with, and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but that doesn't mean that everybody is the same. Okay, some people have literal spirits and like that are attached to them, or they have soul contracts with, or are passed down to them generationally, or it was like, you know, their great grandma's spirit that has been passed down to the family for a long time. It's just been with the family, helping the family for a long time, and are now helping that person. Like, Santa Muerte is not stupid. And I feel like when people say she doesn't let you work with other spirits, they're trying to say like she doesn't understand the complexities of the spirit world, even though she literally is the one that brings spirit from, literally will guide your spirit as it transitions from the physical body into the spirit realm. She's literally the one that does that. But people make her seem like she's very, very stupid when they say stuff like this. And it kind of pisses me off, because I'm like, she's not stupid. She knows you have other spirits. She knows you were born with other spirits. Why? Because she rules death. So that means that she knows how your soul, through death, through other lifetimes, through generational, through your blood, your bloodline, has gained different spirits that you now have. Okay, what Santa Muerte does not like is to be put on altars with other spirits. She does not like that. She doesn't want to be on your ancestral altar. She does not want to be with fulano de tal on her. She wants her own separate space. That's what she doesn't like. When people say, "Oh, she gets mad because I was," where did you have her? Where, with whom? How close was it to the other altar? What were you doing? Okay, because it's not like she's, oh, she doesn't understand. I might want to. No, she understands that you have other spirits. She understands that you have other spirits that need to work with you as well. She understands that you have spirit guides. It's not like you just start working with Santa Muerte and then literally like all of your spirits disappear. That's not how it works. And I feel like people, they just find ways to actively demonize her consistently, and it pisses me off. It honestly does. And now I'm venting. I'm sorry, but I'm venting because that shit pisses me off a lot. It's like this narrative that Santa Muerte needs to be villainized, that she's very like, oh, if you step a toe out of line, she's gonna kill you, she's gonna do something. Like, it villainizes her more and more when people say stuff like this. And I know that the commenter didn't mean it with bad intentions. I'm not saying it, you know, I'm not making this video against that comment or anything like that, because I get this question asked literally all the time. But I wanted to dedicate a video to this question because I feel like it's important to talk about. She's not stupid. She knows that you might need to work with other spirits down your journey, okay? While Santa Muerte can literally be worked with for literally anything, because she rules death. And if you look at her colors and you go into what she rules, you're like, wow, she covers everything, every aspect of life. She covers it. But she understands that, 1, we have different ancestral spirits that are handed down to us. 2, we have different soul contracts. We have different missions. There are some spirits that have been literally with us since our soul's inception on this planet. We go way, way, way back. She's not stupid. She knows this. If anything, Santa Muerte understands like past lives more than a lot of other spirits do, even though all of them have an awareness of it. She understands, because when we're doing past life work, when we're doing healing work in the records, when we're going through and looking at other lifetimes that we've lived, we are accessing her energy. We are accessing our own deaths in other lifetimes. We are accessing how we ourselves haven't transitioned and healed in other lifetimes, and now we have to bring the energy of death and heal that shit so we're no longer carrying it on a soul level. If you don't think that she understands that, then you think she's stupid. And I don't know why anybody would think death is stupid, because I don't. This turned into a little bit of a rant, but it just pisses me off when people say this. It really does. Just don't put her near your other spirits. Why are you gonna do that for? Unless you're working with other spirits within like her, like especially within the Mesoamerican aspect of her origin, I don't see what the problem is when it comes to working with other spirits. I just wouldn't put them in the same altar. This is not one of those, oh, but I don't have a lot of space. Oh, but is she gonna understand that I don't have a lot of space? I have to keep her next to, no, I wouldn't keep her next to other spirits. I wouldn't do that, period. This is one of those cases that's how you piss her off, by putting her with other spirits. That's how you piss her off, because she likes to have her own space. She is her own energy. Okay, she is her own rulership. She is on another level. There are some spirits that don't have dominion over every aspect of death and transformation. Santa Muerte happens to be one of them. And so we can't just kind of like, you know, dismiss it and not try to understand. No, it's very clear cut. It's very open. It's very, this is what it is. And at the end of the day, Santa Muerte is not going to tell you don't work with other spirits, don't do the There are people who are initiated and work with Santa Muerte. I'm just saying, it's not, you are not, you know, this is not super ultimate restrictive. You just have to understand how to honor your spirits respectfully without creating animosity. Okay, it's just about honoring the spirits. If you're a devotee, you are devoted, okay, to Santa Muerte. You are devoted. It's devotion, okay? You are loving that spirit. You are doing different offerings for that spirit. You're making that spirit comfortable, okay? You want that spirit to feel comfortable in your home, in your space. You are devoted. This is different, and this is what I'm trying to say. I feel like people need to try to understand her nature and not trying to make her seem like she's this kind of like, you know, like she just gets mad and she gets jealous and she works with like the cartels, and like there's just like this low-key demonization of Santa Muerte that happens all the time that I don't appreciate. And that's just personally what I mean by like understand her nature and respect her. Respect her. It's as simple as that. Respect her. If you only want to work with her, that's fine. But if you know you have other, you also, the other thing about like the Americas, because she is native to the Americas, let me remind y'all that she is a Native American spirit, right? So the other thing about her is that if you don't think that Santa Muerte understands that with the way that colonization has mixed a lot of us ancestry, okay, that we are not mixed and that we don't have ancestral spirits that come from literally the other side of the world, if you don't think that she understands that, you're calling her stupid. I'm just saying. I feel like it's just very dismissive. Anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting now. But I hope that answered your question, love. And I hope that it answered other people's questions about working with Santa Muerte and working with others. Just be mindful. Don't be careless. It's as simple as that. Keep it 100, keep it open, keep it. Okay, it's as simple as that. Thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for the Patreon members and for the channel members for all of the love and support. Seriously, you guys are amazing. And I will see you loves in the next video. Bye.